Jared Diamond's Why is Sex Fun? The Evolution of Human Sexuality is a thought-provoking exploration of human sexuality through the lens of evolutionary biology. In this concise yet insightful book, Diamond examines the unique aspects of human sexual behavior and contrasts them with those of other animals, shedding light on why humans experience sex in ways that are distinct from the rest of the animal kingdom. By combining scientific rigor with accessible storytelling, Diamond offers readers a fascinating journey into the biological, cultural, and evolutionary forces that have shaped human sexuality. At its core, Why is Sex Fun? Seeks to answer a seemingly simple but profound question. Why do humans derive so much pleasure from sex? Unlike many other species, where reproduction is often a mechanical or seasonal affair, human beings engage in sex for reasons that extend far beyond procreation. Diamond argues that this phenomenon is not arbitrary, but rather the result of millions of years of evolution, during which certain traits and behaviors became advantageous for survival and reproduction. Through this lens, he explores topics such as concealed ovulation, long-term pair bonding, the role of concealed fertility, and the biological underpinnings of monogamy versus polygamy. The book begins by highlighting the stark differences between human sexual practices and those of other animals. For instance, most mammals mate only during specific periods when females are fertile, making sex a highly functional and predictable activity. Humans, however, are capable of engaging in sex at any time, regardless of fertility status. This continuous receptivity is one of the hallmarks of human sexuality and sets us apart from nearly all other species. Diamond delves into the evolutionary advantages of this trait, suggesting that it fosters stronger social bonds and increases the likelihood of successful child-rearing. Another central theme of the book is the concept of concealed ovulation, the fact that women do not overtly signal their fertile periods. In contrast, many female animals exhibit clear signs of fertility, such as changes in appearance or behavior, which attract males during mating seasons. Diamond posits that concealed ovulation in humans serves several purposes. First, it encourages males to remain consistently attentive to their partners, ensuring protection and resources for both the mother and offspring. Second, it reduces competition among males, fostering more stable social structures. Finally, it allows women greater control over their reproductive choices, enabling them to select mates based on qualities like loyalty and resourcefulness rather than brute strength or dominance. Diamond also addresses the complexities of human relationships, particularly the tension between monogamy and promiscuity. While some societies practice strict monogamy, others embrace polygamous arrangements, and still others fall somewhere in between. Diamond explains these variations by examining the trade-offs involved in different mating strategies. Monogamy, for example, may provide stability and shared parental investment, while polygamy can maximize genetic diversity and reproductive success. He emphasizes that there is no single, natural way for humans to organize their sexual relationships. Instead, cultural and environmental factors play a significant role in shaping societal norms. Throughout the book, Diamond employs a wide range of examples of animal kingdoms to illustrate his points. From the elaborate courtship rituals of bowerbirds to the cooperative breeding systems of marmosets, these comparisons help illuminate the peculiarities of human sexuality. At the same time, Diamond acknowledges the limitations of using non-human models to understand human behavior, reminding readers that our capacity for culture, language, and abstract reasoning adds layers of complexity that cannot be fully captured by biological explanations alone. One of the most compelling aspects of Why is Sex Fun? Is its interdisciplinary approach. Diamond seamlessly integrates insights from anthropology, psychology, genetics, and sociology to paint a comprehensive picture of human sexuality. For example, he discusses how cultural taboos around incest likely evolved to prevent genetic disorders caused by inbreeding, while also noting that these taboos vary widely across different societies. Similarly, he explores the role of menopause, a rare phenomenon in the animal world, and speculates about its adaptive significance in terms of intergenerational cooperation and knowledge transfer. Despite its scholarly foundation, Why is Sex Fun? is written in an engaging and conversational style that makes complex ideas accessible to a general audience. Diamond's ability to blend humor with scientific precision keeps the reader entertained while challenging preconceived notions about sex and relationships. Whether discussing the evolutionary origins of romantic love or the biological basis of jealousy, he maintains a tone of curiosity and openness that invites readers to reflect on their own experiences. In conclusion, Why is Sex Fun? Is a captivating exploration of what makes human sexuality unique. By examining the evolutionary pressures that have shaped our sexual behaviors, Jared Diamond provides valuable insights into the origins of intimacy, partnership, and family life. The book challenges us to see sex not merely as a source of pleasure, but as a fundamental driver of human evolution, one that continues to influence our lives in profound ways. Ultimately, Diamond reminds us that understanding the whys behind our sexual nature can deepen our appreciation for the intricate dance of biology, culture, and history that defines us as a species. Part 2. Continuous receptivity and its evolutionary advantages. A defining feature of human sexuality is continuous receptivity, the ability and willingness to engage in sexual activity throughout the menstrual cycle, irrespective of fertility. This characteristic stands in stark contrast to the reproductive patterns observed in most other mammals, where mating occurs exclusively during brief periods of estrus, the phase of heightened fertility. For instance, female chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, advertise their fertility through visible physical changes, such as genital swelling, and are receptive to mating only during these short windows. In contrast, human females lack overt signals of ovulation, and both sexes remain sexually active year-round. This distinction raises intriguing questions about the evolutionary benefits of continuous receptivity and how it has influenced human social dynamics. One of the primary advantages of continuous receptivity lies in its role in strengthening pair bonds. By being available for sex at any time, human couples can reinforce emotional connections and foster trust, which are essential components of long-term partnerships. Diamond argues that this constant availability helps mitigate conflicts over paternity uncertainty, a common issue in species where males cannot be sure if they are the biological fathers of their mate's offspring. When a male remains consistently engaged with a female, he is less likely to abandon her or her children, even if he suspects she might have mated with another individual. This arrangement creates a more stable environment for raising offspring, who require extended care due to their prolonged dependency compared to other animals. Continuous receptivity also promotes cooperation within human societies. Because females do not advertise their fertile periods, males must invest time and energy in maintaining relationships rather than competing aggressively for access to fertile females. This dynamic reduces the potential for violent confrontations and fosters alliances among group members. Furthermore, the absence of clear fertility cues means that males cannot easily monopolize multiple females simultaneously, as seen in some polygynous species. Instead, they are incentivized to focus on a single partner, contributing to the development of monogamous or serially monogamous relationships. From a biological perspective, continuous receptivity may have co-evolved with concealed ovulation, another hallmark of human sexuality. Concealed ovulation refers to the lack of external indicators of fertility, such as changes in scent, appearance, or behavior. Together, these traits create a situation where neither partner knows precisely when conception is possible, encouraging sustained attentiveness and mutual investment. Diamond suggests that this arrangement benefits females by ensuring ongoing support from their mates, as males cannot afford to neglect them during infertile phases. It also gives females greater autonomy in choosing partners based on criteria such as kindness, reliability, and resource provision, rather than being limited to those who win competitive battles for access to fertile females. Moreover, continuous receptivity has implications for the evolution of romantic love and attachment. The frequent and pleasurable nature of human sexual interactions facilitates the release of hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin, which are associated with bonding and affection. These neurochemical processes help solidify emotional ties between partners, further stabilizing family units and enhancing the chances of successful child rearing. In essence, sex becomes not just a means of reproduction, but a cornerstone of social cohesion and emotional fulfillment. Critics might argue that continuous receptivity could lead to higher rates of infidelity or promiscuity, undermining the stability of pair bonds. However, Diamond counters this by pointing out that human societies have developed various mechanisms, such as cultural norms, legal institutions, and moral codes, to regulate sexual behavior and discourage extramarital affairs. Additionally, the psychological costs of betrayal, including guilt, shame, and loss of trust, serve as deterrents against casual infidelity. In summary, continuous receptivity represents a pivotal adaptation in human evolution, offering numerous advantages that extend beyond mere reproduction. By promoting strong pair bonds, reducing conflict, and facilitating emotional attachment, this trait has played a crucial role in shaping the social fabric of human communities. As Diamond eloquently demonstrates, the pleasure derived from sex is not merely incidental, but deeply intertwined with the survival and flourishing of our species. Part 3. Concealed ovulation and parental investment. Concealed ovulation, the biological phenomenon wherein women do not display overt signs of fertility, is one of the most distinctive features of human sexuality. This trait, coupled with continuous receptivity, has profound implications for parental investment and the formation of stable family units. In Why Is Sex Fun?, Jared Diamond delves into the evolutionary logic behind concealed ovulation, arguing that it has been instrumental in fostering cooperative parenting and ensuring the survival of offspring in a highly competitive environment. To appreciate the significance of concealed ovulation, it is helpful to compare humans with other primates. In many non-human primate species, females signal their fertility explicitly through physiological and behavioral changes, such as genital swelling or increased vocalizations. These signals attract multiple males, leading to intense competition and often resulting in polygynous mating systems. While this strategy maximizes genetic diversity and ensures that only the fittest males sire offspring, it comes at a cost: reduced paternal involvement. Males in such systems typically invest little in raising young, as they cannot guarantee paternity. Consequently, the burden of childcare falls almost entirely on the mother, limiting the amount of care and resources available to each offspring. In contrast, concealed ovulation in humans eliminates the need for overt fertility signals, creating an environment where males are motivated to stay engaged with their partners throughout the menstrual cycle. Without knowing exactly when conception occurs, males face a dilemma. They must either risk abandoning a potentially pregnant mate or commit to providing ongoing support. Over evolutionary time, this uncertainty has favored males who choose the latter option, as consistent investment increases the likelihood of successfully rearing offspring. Thus, concealed ovulation acts as a catalyst for paternal investment, transforming sex from a purely reproductive act into a foundation for long-term partnerships. Diamond highlights several ways in which concealed ovulation enhances parental investment. First, it encourages males to remain vigilant and attentive, ensuring that their mates receive adequate protection and resources. This attentiveness extends beyond mere material provisions. It includes emotional support, shared responsibilities, and collaborative decision-making, all of which contribute to a nurturing environment for children. Second, concealed ovulation reduces the incentive for males to seek additional mates, as they cannot quickly identify fertile females outside their primary relationship. This reduction in promiscuity fosters more excellent stability within families, allowing parents to focus their energies on raising fewer, better supported offspring. The demands of human child rearing further amplify the impact of concealed ovulation on family stability. Unlike most animals, human infants are born highly altricial, meaning they are entirely dependent on caregivers for survival. Their large brains, which confer cognitive advantages, require extensive nourishment and protection during early development. Moreover, the extended period of juvenile dependency necessitates prolonged parental investment, spanning years or even decades. In this context, having two committed parents dramatically improves the odds of survival for offspring. Concealed ovulation, by promoting male involvement, ensures that both parents share the burdens and rewards of parenthood, creating a more resilient family structure. Another critical aspect of concealed ovulation is its effect on female autonomy. By hiding their fertile periods, women gain greater control over their reproductive decisions. They are free to choose mates based on qualities such as intelligence, empathy, and resourcefulness, rather than being constrained by the preferences of dominant males. This freedom empowers women to form alliances with supportive partners who are willing to invest in their offspring, thereby enhancing the overall quality of care provided to children. Additionally, concealed ovulation enables women to employ strategies such as cryptic choice, where they subtly influence which sperm fertilizes their eggs, further optimizing the genetic contributions to their offspring. Diamond also explores the cultural dimensions of concealed ovulation, noting that human societies have developed various customs and institutions to reinforce its effects. For example, marriage rituals often symbolize the commitment required to sustain long-term partnerships, while taboos against adultery discourage behaviors that could undermine familial stability. These cultural adaptations complement the biological underpinnings of concealed ovulation, reinforcing the importance of cooperative parenting in human evolution. It is worth acknowledging that concealed ovulation does not operate in isolation, but interacts with other evolutionary pressures, such as concealed fertility and continuous receptivity. Together, these traits create a feedback loop that strengthens pair bonds and promotes shared parental investment. For instance, the absence of fertility cues combined with the constant availability of sexual interaction reinforces emotional attachment, making it harder for partners to separate. Similarly, the mutual dependence fostered by concealed ovulation encourages collaboration and communication, laying the groundwork for complex social structures. In conclusion, concealed ovulation plays a vital role in shaping human sexuality and family dynamics. By obscuring fertility signals, it incentivizes males to invest in their partners and offspring, fostering stable and cooperative family units. This adaptation not only enhances the survival prospects of children, but also empowers women to make informed reproductive choices. As Diamond convincingly demonstrates, concealed ovulation is a cornerstone of human evolution, reflecting the intricate interplay between biology, culture, and social organization. Part 4. The biological basis of monogamy versus polygamy. The debate over monogamy versus polygamy is central to understanding human sexual behavior and its evolutionary roots. In Why Is Sex Fun?, Jared Diamond examines the biological and social factors that have shaped these contrasting mating systems, revealing the trade-offs inherent in each approach. While monogamy emphasizes long-term commitment and shared parental investment, polygamy prioritizes genetic diversity and reproductive efficiency. Both strategies offer distinct advantages and disadvantages depending on ecological and cultural contexts, and their prevalence varies widely across human societies. Monogamy, defined as a mating system in which individuals form exclusive pair bonds, is relatively rare in the animal kingdom, but has become a dominant pattern in many human cultures. One of the key drivers of monogamy in humans is the high level of parental investment required to raise offspring. As previously discussed, human infants are born altricial and depend on caregivers for an extended period. This prolonged dependency necessitates the involvement of both parents to ensure the survival and success of the next generation. Monogamy facilitates this division of labor by creating a stable framework within which mothers and fathers can collaborate to meet the needs of their children. From a biological perspective, monogamy aligns with the principles of concealed ovulation and continuous receptivity. By obscuring fertility signals and remaining sexually available year-round, women encourage males to stay attentive and invested in their relationships. This dynamic reduces the likelihood of abandonment and fosters emotional attachment, which are critical components of successful monogamous partnerships. Additionally, monogamy minimizes competition among males, promoting peaceful coexistence within groups and reducing the risk of violence associated with disputes over mates. However, monogamy is not without its challenges. For males, the opportunity cost of committing to a single partner is the potential loss of reproductive opportunities with other females. Evolutionarily speaking, males who spread their genes widely stand to leave a more significant legacy than those who restrict themselves to one mate. This tension is reflected in the persistence of infidelity and extramarital affairs, even in ostensibly monogamous societies. Women, too, face trade-offs in monogamous arrangements. While they benefit from the stability and resources provided by a dedicated partner, They may miss out on the genetic diversity that could result from mating with multiple males. Polygamy, on the other hand, encompasses a range of mating systems in which individuals have more than one partner simultaneously. The two primary forms of polygamy are polygyny, one male with multiple females, and polyandry, one female with multiple males, though polygyny is far more common in human societies. Polygyny arises naturally in environments where resources are unevenly distributed, allowing dominant males to accumulate wealth and attract multiple wives. This system maximizes reproductive output for successful males who can father numerous offspring with different partners. At the same time, it leaves less fortunate males without access to mates, creating a competitive hierarchy that can exacerbate social inequality. The biological appeal of polygyny lies in its ability to enhance genetic diversity and adaptability. By mating with multiple females, males increase the chances that their genes will survive in changing environments. For females, polygyny offers the possibility of securing resources and protection from a powerful male, albeit at the expense of reduced attention and investment per child. In some cases, polygynous arrangements also enable women to form supportive networks with co-wives, share childcare duties, and mitigate the burdens of motherhood. Polyandry, though less prevalent, occurs in specific ecological niches where resource scarcity makes it difficult for single males to support a family. In these situations, a woman may take multiple husbands to pool resources and ensure the survival of her offspring. Polyandry is particularly notable in regions like Tibet, where harsh environmental conditions necessitate cooperative strategies for subsistence. Biologically, polyandry poses unique challenges, as it requires mechanisms to resolve paternity disputes and allocate parental responsibilities fairly among husbands. Diamond emphasizes that neither monogamy nor polygamy is inherently superior. Rather, their suitability depends on the socio-ecological context. For example, hunter-gatherer societies, characterized by egalitarian resource distribution and high mobility, tend to favor monogamy or serial monogamy. In contrast, agricultural societies, where land ownership and wealth accumulation create disparities, often gravitate toward polygyny. Cultural norms, religious beliefs, and legal frameworks further shape the prevalence of these mating systems, illustrating the complex interplay between biology and society. Ultimately, the choice between monogamy and polygamy reflects a balance between competing priorities: stability versus diversity, equality versus hierarchy, and individual versus collective interests. By exploring the biological underpinnings of these systems, Diamond underscores the remarkable flexibility of human sexuality and its capacity to adapt to diverse circumstances. Part 5. Cultural influences on sexual behavior. While biology provides a foundational framework for understanding human sexuality, culture exerts an equally powerful influence, shaping everything from sexual norms and taboos to gender roles and relationship expectations. In Why Is Sex Fun?, Jared Diamond highlights the intricate interplay between biological imperatives and cultural constructs, demonstrating how societal values and traditions modify and amplify innate tendencies. This duality underscores the complexity of human sexual behavior, which cannot be fully explained by evolutionary theory alone. Cultural influences on sexual behavior manifest in myriad ways, beginning with the regulation of sexual activity through laws, customs, and moral codes. Across societies, rules governing sexuality serve multiple functions, including maintaining social order, preserving group identity, and ensuring the equitable distribution of resources. For example, prohibitions against incest, a universal taboo, are rooted in both biological and cultural considerations. From a biological standpoint, avoiding close kin unions minimizes the risk of genetic disorders caused by inbreeding. Culturally, however, incest taboos also reinforce boundaries between family members and delineate appropriate spheres of intimacy, thereby safeguarding the cohesion of larger social units. Religion plays a particularly significant role in shaping sexual norms, often codifying guidelines for acceptable conduct and prescribing penalties for transgressions. Many religious traditions advocate for monogamy, viewing it as a sacred institution that mirrors divine principles of unity and fidelity. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, for instance, emphasize the sanctity of marriage and the importance of lifelong commitment. These teachings not only reflect underlying biological predispositions toward pair bonding, but also elevate monogamy to a moral ideal, imbuing it with spiritual significance. Conversely, some religious practices accommodate polygamy, framing it as a pragmatic solution to demographic imbalances or economic challenges. Such variations highlight the adaptability of cultural systems in addressing local needs while adhering to broader ethical frameworks. Gender roles represent another area where cultural influences intersect with biological realities. Traditional divisions of labor, often justified by perceived differences in physical strength or reproductive responsibilities, have historically dictated distinct expectations for men and women. In patriarchal societies, for example, men are typically cast as providers and protectors, while women assume caregiving roles. These assignments, though grounded in practical considerations, are reinforced and perpetuated through cultural narratives, education, and institutional structures. Over time, they shape individual identities and constrain personal freedoms, influencing how people perceive and express their sexuality. Modernization and globalization have introduced new dimensions to the cultural landscape of sexuality, challenging established norms and fostering greater diversity in sexual expression. The rise of feminism, LGBTQ+ rights movements, and advancements in reproductive technology have expanded the possibilities for intimate relationships, enabling individuals to explore alternative lifestyles and identities. For instance, the decoupling of sex from reproduction, made possible by contraception and assisted reproductive techniques, has liberated people to pursue pleasure and connection independently of procreative goals. Similarly, the growing acceptance of non-traditional family structures, such as same-sex partnerships and single parenthood, reflects shifting attitudes toward love, commitment, and responsibility. Despite these progressive trends, cultural resistance to change remains evident in many parts of the world. Conservative ideologies continue to uphold rigid definitions of masculinity and femininity, stigmatizing deviations from heteronormative standards. Honor killings, forced marriages, and discriminatory legislation targeting sexual minorities illustrate the enduring power of cultural conservatism to suppress individual autonomy and enforce conformity. These practices underscore the tension between universal human desires for intimacy and belonging and culturally specific mandates that regulate sexual behavior. Diamond also addresses the role of media and technology in reshaping sexual culture. The proliferation of pornography, dating apps, and online communities has transformed how people initiate and navigate relationships, blurring the lines between public and private spheres. While these innovations offer unprecedented opportunities for self-expression and connection, they also raise concerns about objectification, exploitation, and the erosion of authentic human interaction. The challenge lies in balancing technological progress with ethical considerations, ensuring that advances in communication enhance, rather than diminish, the quality of intimate relationships. In sum, cultural influences profoundly shape human sexual behavior, mediating biological drives and amplifying their effects. By examining the interplay between nature and nurture, Diamond reveals the richness and diversity of human sexuality, celebrating its capacity to evolve in response to changing circumstances. Far from being static or predetermined, sexual behavior emerges as a dynamic and multifaceted phenomenon, continually redefined by the interplay of biology, culture, and individual agency. Part 6. Menopause and Intergenerational Cooperation. One of the most striking features of human female biology is menopause, the cessation of menstruation and reproductive capability later in life. This phenomenon is exceedingly rare in the animal kingdom, occurring naturally only in humans and a few whale species. In Why Is Sex Fun?, Jared Diamond explores the evolutionary significance of menopause, proposing that it serves as a mechanism to enhance intergenerational cooperation and knowledge transfer within human societies. By halting reproduction at midlife, postmenopausal women redirect their energy towards supporting younger generations, thereby increasing the chances of their descendants surviving. Menopause presents a puzzling anomaly from an evolutionary perspective. According to traditional theories of natural selection, traits that reduce reproductive fitness should be eliminated over time. Yet menopause persists, suggesting that it confers selective advantages that outweigh its apparent drawbacks. Diamond attributes this paradox to the unique demands of human child-rearing, which require sustained parental investment over decades. Unlike other animals, whose offspring achieve independence relatively quickly, human children remain dependent on caregivers well into adolescence and beyond. This prolonged period of juvenile dependency necessitates the involvement of multiple generations, creating a niche for older women to contribute indirectly to the propagation of their genes. Postmenopausal women fulfill this role by acting as alloparents, individuals who assist in the care of grandchildren and other young relatives. By sharing childcare responsibilities, they alleviate the burdens on mothers, allowing them to focus on producing additional offspring or pursuing activities that benefit the family unit. Alloparenting not only enhances the survival rates of grandchildren, but also fosters closer familial bonds, strengthening the social fabric of communities. For example, grandmothers often pass down vital skills, such as food preparation, tool making, and medicinal knowledge, equipping younger generations with the tools needed to thrive in challenging environments. The grandmother hypothesis, first articulated by anthropologist Kristen Hawkes, provides a compelling explanation for the adaptive value of menopause. Observations of Hadza hunter-gatherers in Tanzania revealed that postmenopausal women played a crucial role in gathering food and caring for grandchildren, enabling mothers to engage in more energetically demanding tasks like hunting. This division of labor increased overall productivity and ensured the well-being of the group. Diamond builds on this hypothesis, arguing that menopause evolved as a strategy to optimize resource allocation within families, prioritizing the survival of existing offspring over the production of new ones. Beyond practical contributions, menopause facilitates the transmission of cultural knowledge across generations. Older women freed from the constraints of pregnancy and nursing become repositories of wisdom and experience, guiding younger members through life's challenges. Their insights into social dynamics, conflict resolution, and environmental adaptation prove invaluable in navigating complex human societies. This intergenerational exchange of information helps preserve cultural continuity while fostering innovation as younger individuals build upon the lessons of their elders. It is important to note that menopause does not occur in isolation, but interacts with other evolutionary adaptations, such as concealed ovulation and continuous receptivity. Together, these traits create a synergistic effect that reinforces cooperative parenting and strengthens social cohesion. For instance, the presence of postmenopausal women in a community reduces the pressure on younger females to bear children continuously, allowing them to space births more effectively and recover from the physiological toll of childbirth. This spacing improves maternal health and infant survival, further enhancing the viability of the family unit. Critics of the grandmother hypothesis point out that menopause may be a byproduct of extended lifespans rather than an adaptive trait in its own right. As humans evolved longer lifespans to accommodate the cognitive demands of large brains, reproductive systems may have failed to keep pace, resulting in the premature shutdown of ovarian function. While this argument holds merit, Diamond counters that the widespread occurrence of menopause across diverse populations suggests a deeper evolutionary purpose. Moreover, the demonstrable benefits of alloparenting and knowledge transfer lend credence to the idea that menopause has been actively selected for in human evolution. In conclusion, menopause represents a remarkable adaptation that underscores the importance of intergenerational cooperation in human societies. By transitioning from direct reproduction to indirect investment, postmenopausal women ensure the survival and success of their genetic lineage while enriching the cultural heritage of their communities. As Diamond eloquently illustrates, menopause exemplifies the intricate balance between biological imperatives and social organization, highlighting the extraordinary resilience and adaptability of the human species. Conclusion: synthesis of themes and broader implications. Jared Diamond's Why is Sex Fun? Masterfully weaves together a tapestry of biological, cultural, and evolutionary insights to illuminate the unique aspects of human sexuality. Throughout the book, Diamond explores a series of interconnected themes: continuous receptivity, concealed ovulation, parental investment, mating systems, cultural influences, and menopause, each contributing to a deeper understanding of why human sexual behavior diverges so markedly from that of other species. By synthesizing these elements, Diamond paints a comprehensive picture of how evolutionary pressures have shaped our sexual nature, while also acknowledging the profound impact of culture in modifying and amplifying these instincts. At the heart of Diamond's analysis is the recognition that reproductive imperatives do not solely drive human sexuality, but serve broader social and emotional functions. Continuous receptivity and concealed ovulation, for instance, foster strong pair bonds and promote cooperative parenting, laying the groundwork for stable family units. These traits, combined with the biological basis of monogamy and polygamy, reveal the delicate balance between competing priorities: stability versus diversity, equality versus hierarchy, and individual versus collective interests. By examining these trade-offs, Diamond underscores the flexibility of human sexual behavior and its capacity to adapt to diverse ecological and cultural contexts. Equally significant is the role of culture in shaping sexual norms and practices. From religious doctrines and legal frameworks to gender roles and technological innovations, cultural influences mediate biological drives and amplify their effects. This interplay between nature and nurture highlights the complexity of human sexuality, which cannot be fully understood through biological explanations alone. Diamond's exploration of cultural taboos, such as incest avoidance and modern phenomena, such as the rise of digital dating platforms, illustrate how societal values continually redefine the boundaries of acceptable sexual behavior. Perhaps one of the most compelling contributions of Why is Sex Fun? Is its emphasis on the evolutionary significance of intergenerational cooperation. Menopause, a rare phenomenon in the animal kingdom, exemplifies the adaptive value of redirecting reproductive energy towards supporting younger generations. By acting as allo-parents and custodians of cultural knowledge, postmenopausal women enhance the survival and success of their descendants, reinforcing the importance of communal effort in human evolution. This perspective challenges conventional notions of fitness, emphasizing that reproductive success extends beyond direct offspring to encompass the well-being of entire kin networks. Diamond's work carries broader implications for contemporary discussions about sex, relationships, and family structures. In an era marked by rapid social change and technological advancement, his insights remind us of the deep-rooted biological and cultural forces that underpin human sexual behavior. Understanding these foundations can inform debates on issues ranging from reproductive rights and gender equality to the ethics of emerging technologies like artificial wombs and gene editing. Moreover, Diamond's interdisciplinary approach serves as a model for integrating scientific rigor with humanistic inquiry, bridging the gap between academic research and public discourse. Ultimately, Why is Sex Fun? Invites readers to reflect on the intricate dance of biology, culture, and history that defines our sexual nature. By unraveling the mysteries of human sexuality, Diamond not only answers the titular question, but also celebrates the remarkable adaptability and creativity of our species. Whether viewed through the lens of evolutionary biology or cultural anthropology, human sexuality emerges as a dynamic and multifaceted phenomenon, one that continues to evolve in response to changing circumstances. In doing so, it reaffirms the enduring power of sex as a source of connection, meaning, and joy in the human experience.